A quiet cafe by the sea, your jacket hanging on the chair, 2 coffee cups beneath the light, the window moving with the air. You brushed a strand behind your ear and laughed before the kettle sang. The afternoon slipped through the glass without either of us looking at the clock. The spoon rested beside your cup. Sunlight wandered across the table. Outside, the tide came in again without a single word. Across the table, you smiled at me. The coffee cooled between our hands. The waves kept rolling to the shore like they had all afternoon. Years have carried everything away except that quiet look you gave. Across the table, you smiled at me. Some moments never found their end. The cafe wears another name. The chairs are different now. Still every autumn by the sea, I choose the seat beside the window. A paper receipt inside my book, a faded photograph at home. Salt still lingers in the evening air, the way it did that day. The bell above the door rang once your footsteps faded with the wind. One cup was empty, one stayed warm a little longer. Across the table, you smiled at me. The coffee cooled between our hands. The waves kept rolling to the shore like they had all afternoon. The years became another season. The sea kept calling just the same. Across the table, you smiled at me. I still find you there whenever I close my eyes. A quiet cafe, 2 empty cups, the sea beyond the window. Copper light drips through the tinted glass, pooling on the plastic row of chairs. You ask if the 5:15 is late. Setting down a heavy canvas sack, I check my wrist, though my watch stopped yesterday. You smile into the collar of your coat. The ferry horn calls out across the bay. You pass a peppermint across the space. Some hours stay forever when they go. Just voices soft against a quiet window. A word from someone passing through your day that rests inside your heart and stays. We don't need to know each other's names to share the light before the weather changes. You tell me that your daughter lives up north. You point out at the graying line of trees. The sugar wrapper crinkles in your hand. A silver coin slips down between the boards. I help you look until the engines chime, and neither of us notices the time. The wooden gangway creaks against the tide. You step ahead and hold the heavy door. Some hours stay forever when they go. Just voices soft against a quiet window. A word from someone passing through your day that rests inside your heart and stays. We don't need to know each other's names to share the light before the weather changes. The way cuts wide against the dark green foam. You lean against the rail 3 feet away. The cold air smells like salt and pine tree bark as the harbor lights begin to spark. Some hours stay forever when they go. Just voices soft against a quiet window. A word from someone passing through your day that rests inside your heart and stays. Oh, we don't need to know each other's names to share the light before the weather changes. Your coat hood up against the misty rain. A wave of your gloved hand and nothing more. The copper light fades softly from the floor. A blue bicycle by the old white fence. Wildflowers leaning with the breeze. You placed your coffee on the wooden rail and watched the clouds above the trees. The afternoon stayed soft and slow. One paper cup between our hands. A little bird crossed through the light. before the leaves began to dance. The wind turned one page of your book, your hair caught the summer air. Somewhere beyond the quiet road, a train disappeared. The wind brought your smile to me, long after the summer had gone. The trees still whisper through the hills, like they remembered every song. The coffee cooled, the light grew thin, the sky became another blue. The wind brought your smile to me, and somehow carried mine to you. The fences faded into white, the bicycle is long gone now. The little cafe closed one spring, the garden changed somehow. Still, every time the leaves begin to move before the evening rain, I hear the quiet of that day returning once again. One empty bench, one paper cup, the breeze across the river. The wind brought your smile to me, long after the summer had gone. The trees still whisper through the hills, like they remembered every song. Years kept moving toward the sea, the seasons learned another name. The wind brought your smile to me, the afternoon stayed just the same. One white bicycle, the wind through the trees, summer beyond the hill. The small brass key sits quiet on the pine, beside the blue mug cooling in the shade. Your thumb traces the rough and faded line where someone carved a year before it frayed. The rain is tapping softly on the glass. You turn a page without a single word. I watch the amber light begin to pass across the silent room, entirely unheard. The do not need the things that we had planned. Just this quiet behind the wooden door. Some moments stay when everything moves on, like dust motes dancing in a silver beam. Long after all the heavy words are gone, we remain inside this quiet dream. You do not look up, you simply pull your coat and hold the warmth inside the note we wrote. A steam ring softens on the painted wood. The teapot rests upon a folded towel. I watch you pause right where you always stood, to listen to the south wind start to howl. Your thick socks leave gentle imprints on the rug. You push a stray lock back behind your ear. You lift the porcelain and hold them up in quiet air that keeps us steady here. The storm is clearing over eastern hills, leaving water droplets on the screen. The steady silence settles down and fills the open spaces right between the green. Some moments stay when everything moves on, like dust motes dancing in a silver beam. Long after all the heavy words are gone, we remain inside this quiet dream. You do not look up, you simply pull your coat and hold the warmth inside the note we wrote. If 20 years go flying down the coast and turn our hair the color of the tide, this quiet kitchen is what I will miss most. This gentle stillness sitting by your side. No grand promises or open sky, just sunlight caught upon a tea glass rim. Some moments stay when everything moves on, like dust motes dancing in a silver beam. Long after all the heavy words are gone, we remain inside this quiet dream. You do not look up, you simply pull your coat and hold the warmth inside the note we wrote. The brass key glints beneath the fading light. Your hand rests quiet on the wooden chair outside. The evening settles into night. The bloomer cools in autumn air. tram wheel squeals around the corner down below. You lean your forehead on the glass and watch the rain start to slow. The radiator hums its quiet three-note tune. You pass me half a cracked ceramic mug across the room. The steam curls up into the cool gray air. They push the wet hair off your face without a care. Nobody is speaking, nobody is in a rush. Just the rain stopping and the city turning back to a hush. Hold on to the blue wool coat you wore that year. Hold on to the way the kitchen light stays clear. When everything moves fast and the days turn cold, I still see yellow streetlights shining on your coat. You drop 2 sugar cubes into the dark black tea. The wooden floorboards creak beneath your knees. A dog barks twice down at the corner shop. You point across the road to where the rain line stops. The kettle sizzles as it settles down to rest. You tuck your thumbs inside your thick knit vest. No grand promises are written in the sky, just the wet pavement as the buses roll by. Hold on to the blue wool coat you wore that year. Hold on to the way the kitchen light stays clear. When everything moves fast and the days turn cold, I still see yellow streetlights shining on your coat. Years will wash the paint right off the kitchen door. We won't sit on this scratched linoleum floor. But you left a silver coin beside the sink and a drawing of a crow in dark blue ink. Hold on to the blue coat you wore that year. Hold on to the way the kitchen light stays clear. When everything moves fast and the days turn cold, I still see yellow streetlights shining on your coat. The streetcar bell rings once out in the lane. Your thumbprint fades slowly off the window pane. Wet eucalyptus and warm toast hung in the draft near the window. She sat on the wooden stool, picking thread from her green cardigan. Across the linoleum, he scraped a butter knife along the crust. A blue enamel kettle hummed softly on the back burner. The curtain drifted in 3 inches and settled back down. A silver wristwatch ticked beside two glass jars of honey. Neither of them looked up, but the room stayed warm. Some moments stay right where they fall, like sunlight on an unpainted wall. A copper spoon, a quiet hall, and nothing left to prove at all. He found a polished pebble in his coat pocket and slid it across. She caught it with her index finger, feeling the smooth gray edge. Outside, a rain tapped 3 slow beats against the water tank. Her thumb traced the circle until the tea went cold. The radio hummed low with news from 2 towns over. His sleeve brushed her elbow as he reached for the salt. The quiet between them felt built to last. Some moments stay right where they fall, like sunlight on an unpainted wall. A copper spoon, a quiet hall, and nothing left to prove at all. The afternoon slanted low across the hallway floor. A yellow dog stretched near the screen door latch. He adjusted his collar, she folded the paper twice, and the shadow of the acacia tree shifted an inch to the right. Some moments stay right where they fall, like sunlight on an unpainted wall. A copper spoon, a quiet hall, and nothing left to prove at all. 2 blue marks side by side on the drain board, the damp latch resting on the wooden gate. The eucalyptus smell fading slow into the dusk. A sudden memory of your damp coat cuts the room. The kettle clicks off, cooling on the stove. You left your canvas bag against the skirting board, where dust motes settle in the amber glow. Your thumb was tracing circles on the scratched veneer. The streetcar hummed 3 blocks away. You didn't turn to check the time, you just leaned back and let the silence stay. And some things stay right where they fell, like headlights turning on the bedroom wall. Your coat has tucked inside my woolen sleeve, and nothing needing to be said at all. porch display. And that was where we let the evening lay. You folded up your tram pass twice and put it back. The radiator hissed a quiet note. A half-filled glass of water sits beside the clock, reflecting blue light from your denim coat. Your boots left two dark patches by the kitchen door. The storm swung south across the bay. You pulled your hair behind your ear. You just leaned back and let the silence stay. And some things stay right where they fell, like headlights turning on the bedroom wall. Your cold hands tucked inside my woolen sleeve, and nothing needing to be said at all. The rain hit soft against the porch display, and that was where we let the evening lay. The hallway rug is frayed along the eastern edge. You dropped your keys into the ceramic bowl. A single silver flasher against the earthen ware. The simplest story ever told. And some things stay right where they fell, like headlights turning on the bedroom wall. Your cold hands tucked inside my woolen sleeve, and nothing needing to be said at all. The rain hit soft against the porch display, and that was where we let the evening lay. The tea bag dries inside the sink. Your wet umbrella rests against the chair, a quiet shadow on the timber floor. You were standing there. Why does the blue kettle take so long to boil when nobody is looking? The water sits quiet under the silver spout, and your heavy winter coat hanging on the latch keeps swaying from the small draft running under the floorboards. A smudge of raspberry jam on the lemonade table, a newspaper page folded wrong on the chair. My thumb traces the tiny chipped rim of a ceramic saucer. The old radiator clicks twice in the corner. You turn the radio knob, but leave the static low. Outside, the fog rests heavy against the porch screen. Your fingers feel cool on my wrist when you reach past for the spoon. We do not need to move drying over the back of the couch. You look for a pencil behind your ear, making that quiet breathing sound. Your bare feet shifting slow across the linoleum. The neighbor's garden gate rocks once in the breeze. The light turns from cool gray to pale yellow right behind your head. The old radiator clicks twice in the corner. You turn the radio knob, believe the static low. Outside, the fog rests heavy against the porch screen. Your fingers feel cool on my wrist when you reach past for the spoon. We do not need to move at all. The steam rises up toward the wooden beams. The gray blanket sits folded at our feet, and every small thing stays right where it fell. Right where it fell. Red delivery van turns the corner down on the main road. You sit down, two chipmunks side by side on the bench. Neither of us looks at the wall clock by the stove or talks about where the afternoon goes when the fog lifts. You brush a speck of dry flour off my sleeve. We do not need to move at all. The steam rises up toward the wooden beams. The gray blanket sits folded at our feet, and every small thing stays right where it fell. Right where it fell. The kettle finally clicks off with a quiet sound. Your shadow stays still against the white wall. Two tea bags resting on a damp paper towel. A thin strip of pale sunlight sliding across the floor. The solid timber chair presses hard into pine. Your boots are still damp from the gravel lane. You drag it 2 inches to catch the last light and trace a thin scratch on the window pane. The radiator clicks with a familiar slow sound. A half-eaten peach on the laminate bench. You sit with your knees pulled right up to your chest and lean your cold chin on your hand. You didn't know the room could hold so still, just watching the dust drift across the sill. The kettle starts singing its quiet low note as you pull up the sleeve of your heavy knit coat. You're sitting right there in the mid-afternoon, waiting for nothing to alter or move soon. The world on the porch keeps a steady, soft pace while shadows crawl slowly across your whole face. And I wish I could keep you right inside that frame where nobody's waiting and nobody calls out your name. The back leg is missing its small rubber pad. It scrapes drips on the timber whenever you turn. An old jam jar holds 4 bent rusty nails, and the air smells of eucalyptus and pine burn. You loosen your laces and leave them undone. Your thumb has a smudge from a charcoal drawing line. You don't look ahead to where everything goes. You just watch the porch light shine. You didn't know the quiet had a weight before anyone taught you the word for late. The screen door swings open and shuts with a thump as the wind catches leaves near the water pump. You're sitting right there in the mid-afternoon, waiting for nothing to alter or move soon. Oh, the world on the porch keeps a steady, soft pace while shadows crawl slowly across your whole face. And I wish I could keep you right inside that frame, where nobody's waiting and nobody calls out your name. There's a tear in the vinyl that shows yellow foam, a brass safety pin on the hallway shelf. You held on to hours without knowing why, not asking for anything from yourself. You didn't need answers, you just occupied space with salt on your collar and paint on your lace. You're sitting right there in the mid-afternoon, waiting for nothing to alter or move soon. The world on the porch keeps a steady, soft pace while shadows crawl slowly across your whole face. And I wish I could keep you right inside that frame, where nobody's waiting and nobody calls out your name. The solid timber chair stays right where it was, a patch of dry mud on the woven rug. The kitchen goes dark except for the stove. You lean back your head, you don't move at all. You said yesterday the porch step creaks in winter. I watched your thumb trace the edge of a receipt. The sugar canister missing its silver lid. A dry fern dropping small leaves onto the floorboards. 2 mismatched mugs sitting cold inside the sink. A red wool thread caught on your zipper. The hallway clock misses 3 beats every hour. Your boots leave wet prints right at the rug's edge. Neither of us moves to fix the curtain rod. It just hangs a little low on the right side. And these quiet things stay when the noise dies down. The way you turn a page without making a sound. A half-filled jar of honey on the second shelf. The navy coat hanging right beside my own. I don't need a name for what this is, just daylight lives. You said yesterday the dog next door stopped barking. You left your glasses upside down on the wooden stool. A dented tin of peppermints under the passenger seat. The gas gauge flickering just below half full. Your thumbnail marked the corner of page 94. A single drop of tea drying on the kitchen floor. The radiator hums its familiar low song. We sit under the cool gray light of afternoon. Neither of us speaks, but the warmth stays still, dry and slow on the pine windowsill. And these quiet things stay when the noise dies down. The way you turn a page without making a sound. A half-filled jar of honey on the second shelf. The navy coat hanging right beside my own. I don't need a name for what this is, just the quiet space where the daylight lives. A grocery list from 2 weeks back in your pocket. A smudge of flour on your dark brown pants. The tap dripping once every 15 seconds. A folded road map tucked inside the dash. Nothing grand, nothing spoken out loud. Just the shadow of your shoulder in the crowd. And these quiet things stay when the noise dies down. The way you turn a page without making a sound. A half-filled jar of honey on the second shelf. The navy coat hanging right beside my own. I don't need a name for what this is, just the quiet space where the daylight lives. Your brass key lying on the hall tray light. The steady ticking of the kitchen clock. A cool note left out on the tabletop. The porch step creaking softly where you stop. Rough ribbed wool catches on my thumb. A faded navy jumper thrown across the pine bench. Suddenly, I'm standing in your kitchen, holding a cracked ceramic mug while rain hits the glass. You were leaning on the edge of the laminate counter, folding up the sleeves twice so they wouldn't hit the sink. The gas burner clicked 3 times before it caught. You handed me a spoon without a word outside. A city bus splashed through the gutter, and you smiled into the steam rising off the tea. Some days stay behind in the weave of the cloth, in the quiet shift of light across the hallway floor. You were just standing there, simple as a breath, and I didn't know then how much I'd want it back. Nothing was changing, nothing was lost. as a loose thread near the seam. It smells like cedar wood and cold evening air. You left your car keys resting on the radiator. A faint metallic hum under the window screen. You didn't look up when the tea kettle whistled. You just poured 2 cups and pushed one over to my side. The radiator clinked inside the plaster wall. Your thumb traced the handle of the cup. No big promises hung in the draft, just the sound of rain on the tin roof. Someday stay behind in the weave of the clock, in the quiet shift of light across the hallway floor. You were just standing there, simple as a prayer, and I didn't know then how much I'd want it back. Nothing was changing, nothing was lost, just your jumper drying on the back of the chair. Years pull away like water down a drain. We never talked about the night, we let it end. I just hold this heavy knit against my palms and watch the late sun hit the floorboards in the hall. The world moved fast, but this stayed still. Someday stay behind in the weave of the clock, in the quiet shift of light across the hallway floor. You were just standing there, simple as a breath, and now I know exactly why I want it back. Nothing was changing, nothing was lost, just your jumper drying on the back of the chair. The loose thread pulls a little tighter now. Dust settles in the amber light. The mug sits cool on the pine bench, your navy jumper on the chair. .414 glows on the microwave screen in a kitchen where we haven't lived yet. Rain hits the glass with a quiet hum, and the floorboards are cool under wool socks. 2 mismatched mugs sit side by side, drying upside down on a linen tea towel. Pull your sleeves down over your palms, turning off the stove with a heavy click. No words in the hallway, no lights turned on, just the smell of damp pine coming off the deck. And it will always be the quietest things that hold the weight of everything we kept. The way your thumb rests against the ceramic cup, the silence left where the house just slept. We don't need a single word to stay. Some days just stay. I see a dark coat hanging on the wall, the tear repaired with gray thread near the pocket. A silver ring sits beside the sink, taking off while you chop the onions. The porch light flickers once outside, casting long square shadows on the runner rug. You set the tea down without a sound, leaning your shoulder against the door frame. The street below will be long asleep. nothing to prove and no one to name. And it will always be the quietest things that hold the weight of everything we kept. The way your thumb rests against the ceramic cup, the silence left where the house just slept. We don't need a single word to stay. Some days just stay. Years will pass in the sound of rain and keys on the counter and dripping taps in the quiet shift of a wooden chair. And the way you fold the city map, it isn't the big flash of light we recall, just the way the shadows settle on the hall wall. And it will always be the quietest things that hold the weight of everything we kept. The way your thumb rests against the ceramic cup, the silence left where the house just slept. We don't need a single word to stay. Some days just stay. 414 on the green display. The kettle cools down on the back burner. Your boots by the mat, rain on the glass. A bent silver paper clip rests beside my cup. I turn it over with my thumb while you check the rain. The window screen is rattling from the coastal breeze. You set two butter knives along the cutting board. The radio plays something soft and static heavy. I watch the way you fold the tea towel in three. You don't look up, but you reach out. Your fingers touch the edge of mine. The streetcar bell rings twice down on the corner. The kitchen holds its breath inside the light. And I keep this exact 3 minutes in my chest. The salt shaker tilting on the yellow laminate. Your wet wool coat hanging off the back stair rail. Nothing shifts, nothing breaks, nothing leaves. Just the low hum of the fridge and you and me. I push the paper clip across the wooden grain. You slice an apple into 6 uneven parts. Outside, a neighbor shuts a heavy screen door. A sudden gust blows rain against the eastern glass. You hand me half the fruit without a word. The cold juice drips onto my knuckles. You don't look up, but you smile low. Your boots leave damp prints on the rug. The clock moves on without a single sound. The kitchen holds its breath inside the light. And I keep this exact 3 minutes in my chest. The salt shaker tilting on the yellow laminate. Your wet wool coat Nothing shifts, nothing breaks, nothing leaves, just the low hum of the fridge and you and me. Years could wash through this rented floor, paint could peel off the kitchen door. We could forget the names of all these streets, but I will always see the way the dust motes float right where your hand rested on the table edge. And I keep this exact 3 minutes in my chest, the salt shaker tilting on the yellow lemonade, your wet wool coat hanging off the back stair rail. Nothing shifts, nothing breaks, nothing leaves, just the low hum of the fridge and you and me. The paperclip stays right where I left it. You turn the tap off, water drips once into the stainless steel. The kitchen stays still. The kitchen stays still. Bicycle chain clicks down the alleyway. You lean your forehead on the glass pane. The tea bag sits dry in the ceramic pot. You brush 2 breadcrumbs off your sleeve again. The red-hued idols by the corner shop. You turn the gas tap until the blue ring glows. You never fix that squeaky kitchen drawer, you just push it gentle with your knee. The shadow from the neighbor's lemon tree is crawling slowly across the hardwood floor. And if the world moves fast outside our door, I'll keep this Tuesday standing still. The way you fold the corner of the mat, the quiet grease spot on the windowsill. Some things stay right where they fell, and that's enough to hold us well. A delivery van shifts gears down on the road. You set 2 chipped mugs side by side. You pull your sleeves down past your knuckles twice. The radiator hums its heavy load. You don't say much about the afternoon, just pass the sugar with your left hand now. You never fix that squeaky kitchen drawer, you just push it gentle with your knee. The shadow from the neighbor's lemon tree is crawling slowly across the hardwood floor. And if the world moves fast outside our door, I'll keep this Tuesday standing still. The way you fold the corner of the mat, the quiet grease spot on the windowsill. Some things stay right where they fell, and that's enough to hold us well. The afternoon turns amber on the rug. pile. No big speeches, no long goodbye. Just steam rising from a heavy ceramic mug. You pause your footstep right before the stairs. You look back once and leave it there. And if the world moves fast outside our door, I'll keep this Tuesday standing still. The way you fold the corner of the mat, the quiet grease spot on the windowsill. Some things stay right where they fell, and that's enough to hold us well. The bicycle chain fades down the street. You close the back gate with a latch click. The screen door stays open just an inch. A cold breeze touches both our feet. The total silence snapped in half when I remembered how you laughed, standing by the kitchen sink with soapy water on your sleeve. A breeze came through the back door screen, turning pages of a magazine. The tea was steeping in the pot, neither too cold nor too hot. You leaned against the wooden frame, not even saying any name. Just watched the shadow on the tile and stretched your shoulders for a while. Some things stay inside the room long after dust has cleared the gloom. The way the light fell on your shoe, the quiet word we never knew, we were holding in our hands. It's just the light where it lands. A dropped coin rolled across the rug. You picked it up and gave a shrug. The rain was tapping on the tin, a steady hum from deep within. You pulled your cardigan around and didn't make another sound. You checked the clock above the stove and wiped the spilled jam off the clove. No big goodbyes, no sudden start, just small things living in the heart. Some things stay inside the room long after dust has cleared the gloom. The way the light fell on your shoe, the quiet world we never knew, we were holding in our hands. It's just the light where it lands. We never talked about forever, just held an old umbrella together under the shop front on the corner line, watching the street tramps pass in time. Your wet thumb tracing on my palm, and all that storm a little calm. Some things stay inside the room long after dust has cleared the gloom. The way the light fell on your shoe, we're holding in our hands is just the light where it lands. A kettle cooling on the stove, your shadow leaning on the wall, the quiet lingering through it all. How long has that chip saucer held the screen door wide? The tea bag sunk, the water turned from amber back to gray. You're looking for the scissors in the drawer full of string. A magpie on the clothesline shakes the drizzle off its wings. The clock is ticking sideways, like it's trying not to speak. And I'm staring at the scratch marks where you dragged the wooden bench. Steam rises off your shoulders from the walk back up the lane. Your thumb is tracing circles on a smear of window pane. Nobody says a sentence, nobody turns the light. Just the smell of damp wood filling up the space inside. And it stays right here, floating in the quiet room. A half-filled mug, a shadow on the floorboard groove. We don't have to fix the latch, we don't have to name the view. Just the rain on the tin and the quiet way you move. Where did the afternoon go while the kettle cooled down? You're flicking through a catalog of seeds you'll never sow. A speck of paint upon your collar drive to sky blue. The floorboards creak twice when you step around the rug. My reflection in the glass jug sits upside down and small. There's a tractor engine dying somewhere past the pine trees. Steam rises off your shoulders from the walk back up the lane. Your thumb is tracing circles on a smear of window pane. Nobody says a sentence, nobody turns the light. Just the smell of damp wood filling up the space inside. And it stays right here, floating in the quiet room. A half-filled mug, a shadow on the floorboard groove. We don't have to fix the latch, we don't have to name the view. Just the rain on the tin and the quiet way you move. A match strike a flicker, the scent of sulfur fades. You set the candle down beside the jar of rusted nails. Your knuckle grazes mine as you reach across for bread. Nothing grand, nothing sad, just the storm above our heads. And it stays right here, floating in the quiet room. A half-filled mug, a shadow on the floorboard groove. We don't have to fix the latch, we don't have to name the view. Just the rain on the tin and the quiet way you move. The saucer holds the the screen door. Raindrops off the iron eaves. Your hand rests on the table. The candle wick burns low. Heavy oak presses back against your spine. You keep your fingers wrapped around the mug. The wall clock ticks 3 minutes behind. Outside a magpie lands on the wet rug. Your knees are pulled inside your sweater hem. Think this afternoon will last all year. Rain taps steady on the rusted tin. The hallway carpet stays dark red and thin. You don't know yet how soft the room will stay. Hold the steam against your face a little longer. Let the cold air drift under the door. You're sitting in the middle of a quiet Sunday. Nothing needs to happen anymore. Just the quiet floor. You still check the driveway when a car goes past. The yellow curtains smell like lemon tea. You smudge the window pane with your warm thumb, waiting for someone you haven't learned to be. A silver spoon rests sideways in the sink. Rain taps steady on the rusted tin. The hallway carpet stays dark red and thin. You don't know yet how soft the room will stay. Hold the steam against your face a little longer. Let the cold air drift under the door. You're sitting in the middle of a quiet Sunday. Nothing needs to happen anymore. Just the quiet floor. Years from now, I still sit in this draft, watching how the shadow falls across the wood. You were terrified of making a mistake when staying right here was already good. Hold the steam against your face a little longer. Let the cold air drift under the door. You're sitting in the middle of a quiet Sunday. Nothing needs to happen anymore. Just the quiet floor. The tea turns lukewarm in your hands. The back door latch rattles twice in the wind. The light turns gold on the floorboards. You don't move. spills down the shelter wall. Your damn trench coat drips onto the concrete floor. You shift a cardboard tray of lukewarm white coffees and ask if the outbound bus is usually this late. I point to the dinner timetable hanging on the wire, where the ink faded out 3 summers back. The rain taps rhythm on the corrugated tin. You pull a dry peppermint from your pocket and offer half. You sit 2 feet apart on the green wooden bench, watching headlights cut through the fogged up glass. Some people pass through like a quiet shadow, leaving behind just a wrapper and a word. A 7-minute shelter from the coming dark, a stranger's voice I never knew I heard. And the world keeps turning in the dripping cold, holding on to moments that we never sold. You tell me your sister bought a house up north, where the pine needles rustle against the guttering. I mention the way the harbor looks at 4 o'clock, when the gulls drop low over the pier. You nod twice, blowing steam off your paper cup, like we've known this corner for 20 years. The rain taps rhythm on the corrugated tin. You check a silver wristwatch with a scratched leather strap. You sit 2 feet apart on the green wooden bench, watching yellow taillights disappear down the lane. Some people pass through like a quiet shadow, leaving behind just a wrapper and a word. A 7-minute shelter from the coming dark, a stranger's voice I never knew I heard. And the world keeps turning in the dripping cold, holding on to moments that we never sold. The air brakes hiss down at the bottom of the hill. You stand up slowly and button up your collar. Take care of yourself, you say into the wind, and step onto the rubber mat without looking back. Some people pass through like a quiet shadow, leaving behind just a wrapper and a word. A 7-minute shelter from the coming dark, a stranger's voice I never knew I heard. And the world keeps turning in the dripping cold, holding on to moments that we never sold. The bench is empty now, just the peppermint foil. The pale apricot light turns to evening gray. A bus engine rattles off into the dark. Yesterday you said the old tap whistles when it turns. I watch the steam float up against the green tile wall. A half-filled jam jar holding 4 dull copper screws. Your thumbprint sitting smudged along the window frame. The blue coat hanging by its single woven loop. A coat pocket filled with bus receipts from June. The shadow of the fern tree stretching long across the floor. Nobody speaks, but nothing feels too soon. These tiny things stay quiet where we left them sitting still. The dented tin of mints beside the windowsill. The way you turn the page without a sound at all, it stays right here, pinned up against the wall. The second step from top still gives a little creak. You left your woolen scarf tossed on the kitchen bench. A puddle on the pathway holds the telephone line. The street lamp clicks to yellow as the light grows thin. A box of wooden matches leaning sideways near the stove. The faint ring of a teacup on the pine wood board. The sound of rain that hasn't started falling yet. Your shadow shifting slowly toward the door. These tiny things stay quiet where we left them sitting still. The dented tin of mints beside the windowsill. The way you turn the page without a sound at all, it stays right here, pinned up against the wall. A silver thimble resting on the wooden shelf. The frayed edge of the blanket pulled across your knees. You do not look away. You just adjust the lamp. The quiet moves 2 inches to the right. These tiny things stay quiet where we left them sitting still. The dented tin of mints beside the windowsill. The way you turn the page without a sound at all, it stays right here, pinned up against the wall. The old tap gives a whistle in the drafty sink. You turn the page once more. The lamp stays lit. Brush canvas scrapes against my thumb as I open the bag inside the pocket. A faded green wool scarf smells like damp cedar and salt water. Suddenly the air turns 8 degrees colder. You are standing by the gravel driveway, pulling the collar up over your chin. The brake lights cast a dull pink beam across the wet weeds. You didn't ask if I was staying long. You just held out a hot tin mug and handed me the key. Some nights stay folded in the dark forever. Some words get buried under rain and stone, but I still feel the rough weave on your shoulder when the radio hums on the long drive home. A faint smudge of dark grease rests near the left cuff. You got that fix in the latch on the timber gate back in April. The rain came down in thin gray needles, and you laughed when the wrench slipped out of your hand. The brake lights cast a dull pink beam across the wet weeds. You didn't ask if I was staying long. You just held out a hot tin mug and handed me the keys. Some nights stay folded in the dark forever. Some words get buried under rain and stone, but I still feel the rough weave on your shoulder when the radio hums on the long drive home. No one made a promise at the crossroads. No one turned around to check the time. Just two cold sleeves brushing in the doorway, and the fog rolling over the power line. Some nights stay folded in the dark forever. Some words get buried under rain and storm, but I still feel the rough weave on your shoulder when the radio hums on the long drive home. Lights close under my hand. A solitary headlight sweeps across the fence. The wool goes back into the dark. The fog moves in again. 6:32 blinks on the stove. Years from now, in a house we haven't bought yet. Gray light settles over the stainless sink. You set down 2 heavy ceramic plates. The steam rises slow between our faces. Your thumb traces the sharp edge of a fork. Neither of us talks about getting older. Neither of us asked how the time got away. Just the quiet hum of the condenser coil and the soft sweep of your socks across the timber. I can see us standing in that future kitchen, holding warm mugs till the ceramic turns cool. Nothing grand ever happened to the world today. Just you setting down a tea towel by the glass, and the rain catching light on your wrist. The simplest thing we ever kept. 741 on the small display. You fold a cloth napkin into neat squares. A plain silver band sits loose on your knuckle. Warm, smooth after decades of washing dishes. You turn the kettle handle toward my side of the bench, the exact same way you do right now. Outside, the morning traffic glides along the wet street. Inside, fine flower dust settles on the laminate. No speeches about love or staying together, just the low green light reflecting off the tiles. I can see us standing in that future kitchen, holding warm mugs till the ceramic turns cool. Nothing grand ever happened to the world today. Just you setting down a tea towel by the glass, and the rain catching light on your wrist. The simplest thing we ever kept. We won't need old photos lined up in frames. We won't need to name the years out loud. Just the permanent dent in the armchair cushion, and the way you leave the spoon inside the sugar jar. I can see us standing in that future kitchen, holding warm mugs till the ceramic turns cool. Nothing grand ever happened to the world today. Just you setting down a tea towel by the glass, and the rain catching light on your wrist. The simplest thing we ever kept. 8:15 on the wall now. Your palm rests flat on the wooden counter. The rain stops against the balcony window. The spoon clicks once against the edge.